Welcome to distance and displacement, and in this video we're going to talk about the difference between those two. Now, first of all, distance is how far an object moves along its path. It is a scalar with magnitude only. It has a symbol S or D. Displacement, on the other hand, is how far apart two points are in a straight line. Notice a straight line separates the two objects, the 2 points. It is a vector with magnitude and direction. It is given a symbol S bar, or if it's in print, a boldface S. And here we see an example of the difference between the two of them. The black path is displacement, while the blue one is distance. Quick example here. Find the distance and displacement for a 90 kilometer east and a 120 kilometer north walk. Now, distance is just merely the sum of the two legs. 90 plus 120 kilometers gives us 210 altogether. How do we find the displacement? Well, we need to find the distance from A to B in a straight line, and I chose an example where we have a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Displacement squared is equal to, as you see here, 90 squared plus 120 squared. Work through and do the arithmetic, and we see that we have 150 kilometers is our displacement. Now, if we want to find the angle or the direction, I called the angle theta. I'm going to use the definition of tangent, and we see that the tangent is 120 kilometers divided by 90. I take the inverse tangent. You may know this is the arctangent. Take that ratio, use my calculator, and I get 53 degrees. We see that the displacement is 150 kilometers in magnitude and an angle of 53 degrees north of east. Now, I have a couple of practice problems here. I suggest you look at them and work your way through them just to see how well you have this material mastered. First one's pretty simple, 5 kilometers north and then 12 kilometers east. And here you see the distance. I suggest you stop the video and go ahead and do the arithmetic for the Pythagorean theorem here. Now that you've worked through the problem, you see the displacement is 13 kilometers and an angle of 67 degrees. So our displacement is 13 kilometers and an angle of 67 degrees east of north. Now I have a second practice problem here, and it's a little longer, a little more complicated. And it's a flight of an airplane. And as it says here, find the distance and displacement for this particular flight. I'll show you that the plane first flies 100 kilometers north, changes direction, so it makes the angles you see there 130 degrees from the original path, and it flies 120 kilometers. The distance is pretty simple. It's 220 kilometers. I've given you a hint here. You're going to need to use the law of cosines. If you don't remember what that is, just quickly look it up. I threw this in because I want you to think a little more and see how that goes. Suggestion, stop the video, do the math, get your calculator out, and compare your answers to mine. All right, you're back from working your problem. Go through the law of cosines. You see the answer, the distance is 199.6 kilometers and an angle of 50 degrees east of north. I hope that helped. Please feel free to leave a comment or two. It really helps me improve these videos. Thanks.